One serene evening in Smurf Village, a peculiar unease hung like a mist. The stars were sparkling playfully in the sky, while the moon cast a silvery glow over the mushroom-roofed homes. Yet, despite the calming scene, an unusual restlessness had taken hold of the Smurfs. One by one, lights blinked on in the village as Smurfs, who would normally be dreaming by now, found themselves unable to sleep. In his cozy, book-filled hut, Papa Smurf observed the anxiousness. Snores that filled the air on typical nights were replaced by the rustling sounds of Smurfs turning over in their beds. Even lazy Smurf, known for his love of sleep, was flipping his pillow in a futile attempt to grab a wink. Understanding that a good night's sleep was essential for the village's well-being and happiness, wise old Papa Smurf decided to uncover the solution. He donned his red cap and, with a thoughtful nod, ventured outside. As he ambled through the pathways, he noticed Smurfette squeezing her pillow tightly, while Brainy Smurf was noisily rearranging his books, hoping their familiar order would bring him comfort. Every Smurf seemed to be looking for their own remedy to the restlessness. "I must discover the source of this unease," thought Papa Smurf as he approached the village fountain. He stroked his white beard in contemplation. "Aha!" he exclaimed quietly. Papa Smurf suddenly remembered that whenever anxiety plagued the village, it was often due to something as simple as worrying about the next day's tasks or perhaps missing the reassuring lullaby of the forest creatures. He decided to gather the Smurfs in the center of the village, under the moonlit sky. With a gentle smile, he began to tell them a calming story from the Great Book of Smurfing about a brave Smurf who found his courage within by listening to the enchanting melodies of the forest. As Papa Smurf's voice filled the air, the Smurfs settled into their cozy spots. Slowly but surely, the peaceful sounds of nature returning to their nightly lull harmonized with the gentle snores as the Smurfs drifted off to dreamland. And so, the enchanted village of blue creatures snuggled warmly into a peaceful slumber, the restlessness forgotten, their hearts once more in tune with the soothing embrace of the night. Once upon a time, nestled in the heart of Smurf Village, Harmony Smurf sat by the gently flowing river, the evening sky painted in hues of orange and purple. Though Harmony was known to be, well, a bit too enthusiastic with his trumpet, tonight he simply allowed the calmness to wash over him. Papa Smurf, wise and beloved, was out for an evening stroll. He couldn't resist pausing when he spotted Harmony by the river. "Harmony Smurf," he called, his voice gingerly breaking the tranquility. "It's such a peaceful night. Your humming is beautiful." Harmony paused, his eyes reflecting a glimmer of pride as he turned to Papa Smurf. "Thank you, Papa Smurf," said Harmony, a hint of nervousness creeping into his voice. Papa Smurf, with a twinkle in his eye, suggested something that made Harmony's heart skip a beat. "Why don't you play a soft lullaby to help the village sleep?" For a moment, Harmony couldn't believe his ears. Could he possibly play something to soothe and not startle? His fingers tingled with excitement and a bit of uncertainty. "Oh, Papa Smurf, I'd love to," replied Harmony, biting his lip. "I promise to play softly." He took a deep breath and thought of the most soothing melody he could muster, a tune as gentle as the whispering leaves and as tender as a mother's song. The notes floated through the village like a gentle breeze, curling into the homes of every Smurf. Eyes fluttered closed as the Smurfs were cradled by the melody, each note wrapping around them like a warm blanket. In his cozy mushroom house, Brainy Smurf stopped mid-sentence of his nightly lecture to Grouchy Smurf, his words turning into a soft smile as he leaned back and let the music carry him to dreams. Across the village, Clumsy Smurf snuggled deeper into his bed, his usual fumbling halted by the tender tune, soothing his worries away. "Good night, Harmony," whispered Papa Smurf from his window, grateful for the peace that cradled the village thanks to Harmony's soft and loving lullaby. The Smurfs are a group of little blue creatures who live in a magical village surrounded by lush forests and sparkling rivers. Each Smurf has its own unique trait, and Harmony is known for his love of music. One starry evening, the Smurfs prepared for their nightly gathering. Clad in their adorable pajamas, they shuffled to the village square, led by Papa Smurf and his gentle lantern light. Tonight was special because Harmony Smurf had spent days crafting a wooden flute from a magical tree found deep in the woods. Harmony climbed atop a sturdy tree stump, his new flute glistening in the moonlight. He took a slow, deep breath before resting the smooth flute against his lips. As Harmony began to play, the notes sweetly poured out, soft and whimsical, like a gentle, dreamy breeze. The Smurfs closed their eyes, letting the enchanting melody blanket their hearts. It was a tune that danced through the leaves, whistled past twinkling stars, and whispered among the sleeping flowers. The whole village seemed to sway as if lulled by the musical magic. As Harmony's flute played on, Smurfette hummed in sync, tapping her toes rhythmically. Brainy Smurf adjusted his glasses, pondering the theory of harmony, while Clumsy Smurf attempted a soft, dance-like shuffle, but fell with a giggle. Even the curious woodland creatures, wise owls, sleepy squirrels, and fluttering fireflies, gathered to hear the wondrous tune. The melodies wrapped around the branches, giving them a gentle shake, and echoed in the burrows beneath the earth. When Harmony finished, the village was silent in bliss. The Smurfs opened their eyes, each sharing a loving glance and deep gratitude for the magical evening they'd experienced together. Papa Smurf stepped forward, his eyes twinkling with respect for Harmony's talent. He said, "Well done, Harmony. You've shown us that the beauty of music is a gift that binds us all." The Smurfs cheered and hugged, the warmth of the night turning into a joyful festival of sleepy yawns and cheerful hugs. As the Smurfs wandered back to their mushroom homes, Harmony's flute rested in the tree stump's embrace, ready to weave new magical tales in the nights to come. As the sun dipped below the horizon, a peculiar stillness began to embrace Smurf Village. The usual bustling and cheerful chatter of the Smurfs had started to dwindle down to soft murmurs. The village square, where only moments ago laughter had filled the air, was now bathed in the soft, twinkling glow from the moon above. Papa Smurf had gathered everyone for a special evening concert, announcing that a famous minstrel bird named Melodina would visit Smurf Village. Her appearance was eagerly anticipated. Her songs were known far and wide to bring comfort and tranquility. The Smurfs gathered around the center, sitting on logs, mushrooms, and wherever they found a seat. As the evening drew in, Melodina appeared, her feathers shimmering like tiny jewels under the moonlight. Gathering everyone's attention, she began her gentle performance. Her notes floated in the air like dandelion seeds, a gentle breeze carrying them to every corner of the village. One by one, the Smurfs began to yawn. Even Grouchy Smurf, who was notoriously difficult to please, found himself whispering, "I hate how sleepy this makes me." As the music continued, it took on a magical essence, as if blessed by the stars themselves. The slow, calming rhythm wrapped around each Smurf like a cozy, warm blanket. Smurfs started to find their comfy spots, under blankets, in hammocks, or nestled under the familiar mushroom roofs. The lullaby wove a perfect dreamscape, and soon Papa Smurf noticed all his little friends drifting gently into slumber. He watched with a smile, knowing that tomorrow would bring another bright day, full of laughter and Smithy adventures. Melodina's final notes lingered in the air like a soft whisper. She gave a little bow before flying off into the night sky, her job here complete, having tucked the entire village into a serene and peaceful rest. That night, The village lay quiet and peaceful under the comforting watch of the stars, enveloped entirely in a magical dream woven by the finest minstrel of all the lands. In the heart of the enchanted forest, there nestled a vibrant little village known as Smurf Village. The Smurfs, small blue creatures, each with their own unique talents, lived there in harmony. But the nights had recently become restless, with many of the Smurfs finding it hard to fall asleep. Harmony Smurf, the village's musician, noticed his friends yawning and grumbling the following day. He wished more than anything to bring the village's restful nights back, but his previous attempts at music were often met with ears covered and requests for him to stop playing those notes. Determined, Harmony decided to try something new. One evening, as the moon softly glowed above, he took his flute and climbed onto the village stage. With deep breaths, he closed his eyes and began to play a melody unlike any he'd tried before, a delicate, soothing lullaby. To his surprise, the music drifted through the air like a soft breeze, wrapping around each Smurf like a gentle hug. Papa Smurf, who was gathering herbs nearby, felt a wave of relaxation wash over him, while Brainy Smurf, had always filled with thoughts, found quiet peace in his mind. The gentle notes continued to waft and weave through the village as every Smurf paused to listen. Even grouchy Smurf, who often found something to dislike, couldn't help but smile as his eyelids grew heavy. As the song faded and the last note kissed the night, a calm silence embraced Smurf Village. One by one, the Smurfs drifted into a peaceful slumber, tucked comfortably in their cozy mushroom homes. The next morning, the Smurfs woke up smiling, feeling more rested than ever. They cheered for Harmony Smurf and asked him to play every night,